My disliking of 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons actually stems from the fact that I've never actually played official 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons. It's something on my bucket list, really. When it first came out, I was just fresh out of high school with all my buddies. We got the 3 core books, the Player's Handbook, Dungeon Master's Guide, and the Monster Manual, and we were just poring over the rule books, class differences, and how much more different from 3.5 it is from previous editions. We even tried to convert our, at the time, 3.5 characters we were playing to 4th edition, which didn't go very well. My cleric came out as a warden, I think it was called. Another character's wizard was basically unchanged from illusionist, and the soul knight from the party ended up becoming a bard. Yeah, it didn't really fit the characters, but those characters are another story in and of themselves. But after making the characters, we just kind of fussed around for about 30 minutes looking at the rules, not actually playing the game, and then effed off and played video games. Fast forward a year or two, I still have the books but never touched the game itself because everyone else was hearing about how terrible 4th edition was online, which made it so no one else in my friend group wanted to actually give it a try. And also because our characters are nothing like they were in 3rd edition, you know, the most logical reason to play a system. I even got a few more of the books, just kind of accumulating them slowly, thinking we were going to play them at some point, but we never really did. Even though Soul Knives eventually did come out and that player could play his Soul Knight, but no, just too different. And then, as if by some divine miracle from Paylor, one of our other offshoot friends of a friend offered to run 4th edition for us. The catch, though, was that it was homebrewed. Not just the world itself, but the system. We'll get into that in a second. The system was perfect for Dynasty Warriors or Musou-styled games. You know, the ones where you hack and slash through a bunch of tiny minions and vast armies, which at the time we were obsessed with. Lots of tiny mooks in the form of the minion system, some stronger enemies as the generals, and then some actual harder named dudes as bosses and mini-bosses, characters that would take all of the PCs to defeat. There were just 2 catches. One is that you got experience based on the amount of enemies you killed. No dividing experience points unless you had gotten a hit in on that enemy. So, you know, it was very much, you slew this enemy or did damage to this enemy, you get 25 experience points. It made sense, but the second homebrew thing he made just kind of made me wholesale check out most of the game entirely. The second homebrew rule was that spellcasters got basically infinite utility and encounter powers and could cast their daily powers up to their spellcaster scores modifiers time per day. Each power. This was to make it more like the 3.5 spell slot based magic system. But oh, don't worry, warrior and expert based characters, you know, like rangers, paladins, barbarians, fighters and such, yeah, those characters got nothing. No more utility effects, no more daily powers, nothing. So imagine how salty I was playing a barbarian and the 2 friends that played as a fighter and a ranger felt when they had used their daily powers to survive the very first general while the wizard spammed Burning Hands and Force Orb. Oh, and we leveled up mid-combats too, not between them. So not only did we have to wait sometimes for the wizard to level up, but by the time we reached the final general, they were level 3, the ranger was 2nd level thanks to him being a ranged character, and my barbarian and the fighter barely eked out getting 2nd level because we were very much melee characters and basically useless as anything but walls between the big baddies and the wizard and the ranger. We didn't play a second session after that. Kind of a shame because we liked the premise of the game, but when you're sitting 2 levels lower than the other party members by the end of the session because you barely got a reach, ain't no one want to play after that. It's just a crying shame because now that it's been like, I don't know, 15 some odd years since its release, I have an interest in playing 4th edition. It's just because the internet has already, you know, put this giant tainted target on 4th edition, it's kind of just like no one wants to play it anymore. Hopefully that'll end up changing sometime soon. I don't know how much soon, but maybe soon. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you guys like this little video. It's been a long time since I've done a D&D stories, I know. And this is on the shorter end, but a story's a story sometimes. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. If you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff really helps out the channel. And if you want to help in a financial fashion, there's a bunch of links down in the description below. Every little bit helps, goes to keeping a roof over my head and food in my belly. And improving the channel, of course. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. That's the third time I've said that, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Cheers.